Are you ready? I have 5 secrets to help you book more photography clients. My name is Rosh. My mission is to help you grow your photography business and strengthen our photography community. In this video, I'm talking about 5 ideas that'll help you book more clients. They've certainly have helped me through the years. Now, there's one concept that I think is the most impactful. So as I go through these 5, let me know in the comments below the one you think is the best. Hey, at the end of this video, I have another video with concepts to help you grow your photography business fast. There are 5 areas which I'm going to cover: social media, marketing, sales, your portfolio, and communication. When it comes to social media, I share a concept that you probably have not heard about unless you've been watching my videos. Now, as we know, activity is really important if you want to build a community on social media. And in most cases, you probably need to be a little more active than is comfortable. But the good news is, as a photographer, you are displaying and sharing things that people actually like to see, your photographs. So develop an archive of excellent photographs that you can share regularly so we can focus on probably the most important part of developing a social media channel. Beyond the idea of being active in your social media is the concept of them next. There are 2 parts, them and next. The them refers to your community. The next has to do with the algorithm. Let me explain. Them next. The them portion of this concept means you need to go to them. You need to understand who are the people that you want to know you. What are their job titles? Where do they work? What are the brands? Who are the people, such as brides or seniors? It doesn't matter, but you do need to have a general idea of who you want to know you. And then go after them. Go to their territory, go to their groups, go to their pages, like, communicate, and get to know them. Be a part of their lives. And then over time, you will develop the most important part. You start to champion them, and people like people who like them. And as you champion them, you'll develop a relationship. And that relationship is the key to developing new clients. The next has to do with the algorithm. You say, wait a minute, which algorithm? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter? Well, here's the thing. They're all about the same in one shape or form. They have one goal, and their goal is to keep people on their platform. And they reward people, all of them do, reward people who do this successfully, who get people to engage with them and continue to look for their work. So the next idea means you want to get people to your next piece of content. You want people to come to Facebook or Twitter or Instagram for you. And when they find you, you want to encourage them to see the rest of your work. And that's why it's important to create a series of work, which we'll talk about in a moment. The next secret to earning more clients has to do with marketing. Actually, there are a couple ideas here. But I want to expand on the social media concept because it's so important to narrow down and have a niche, an area that people recognize you for in your marketing. And as we just talked about in the next portion of social media, we need to get people to the next image, the next statement, the next idea in your social media. And the only way that's going to be successful if each idea, photograph, video, whatever it is you're posting leads to the next because it has a similar theme. And as you do that and people continue to consume and see more and more of your work, more opportunities will arise because the social media platforms will put your work in front of more people. It's also true with your general marketing. Make sure every page on your website has one theme. It's very possible you photograph many different subjects. It's true with many photographers. But the thing is, each portfolio needs to be focused. So when you do your marketing, you're focusing on one topic at a time. This will improve the number of people that look at you as an expert and will consider you as their photographer. If you try to throw everything that you do at them at once, they'll consider you a generalist, and the generalists generally don't get the work. It's the people who are highly focused and have a specific area specialty. Those are the ones that win the new clients. It is true that a lot of photographers don't have a big budget when it comes to their marketing. They have more time than money in many cases. However, there is one pay-per-click concept that I think is worth your time and consideration, even with a small budget. Look, we work really hard driving people to our website through social media or search engine optimization. But a lot of times when people are looking for a photographer, it doesn't mean they're actually ready to buy from a photographer or hire a photographer. They're just looking. So the key is to keep in front of them over time. And what you'll want to do is put JavaScript from Google or the Facebook Pixel on your website that will allow you to retarget and remarket to your clientele. This gives you the opportunity to remind them of your great work. But here's the secret. It can't be a general ad. You need to make note of where that person went. So if somebody lands on your seniors page, well, then you need to serve an ad related to seniors that follows them around the web. If somebody lands on your food page, well, then they need to see ads about food. And the same goes for weddings and any other type of photography that you do. The next concept has to do with sales. And it's something that even professional salespeople forget to do. And it's true with photographers who are trying to sell their services. They forget to ask for the sale. Now, one of the things that you want to do is get people to say no as quick as possible. And I know that sounds funny, but if you get people to say no, then you know you cannot spend more time and energy on them. It's common for people in business to think, oh, I have a few people waiting out there trying to make their decision if they're going to hire me or not. We want as few of those as possible. A lot of photographers are waiting for other people to say yes. You need to get them to say yes or no as quick as possible. And the best way to do that is to ask for the sale. What date would you like me to schedule our next appointment or your headshot? Or would you like to put a deposit down for your wedding on July 5th? There's more than one way to ask for the sale, but the key is that you have to ask before your meeting or phone call or 2 or 3 emails ends. You do not want a prospect to go off thinking about it. If you have a prospect who says, I'm going to think about it, consider that a no. Now that doesn't mean you don't follow up with them. You can certainly put them in a follow-up rotation. Send an email every few weeks, 5 times, 3 times, whatever it is. Maybe you put them in a marketing automation or a drip campaign. There are a number of ways to approach it. However, it's more about the secret of thinking of it mentally. Mentally, they said no. If they say yes down the road, wonderful. But you will not be focusing your energy on something that may not happen. The next secret is to create a portfolio for your ultimate client. Who is it that you want to hire you? Just like we're thinking about in social media. But the question is, do you have the portfolio that would impress them? Now, maybe you want to do fashion, but you don't have a fashion portfolio. Maybe you want to do weddings, but don't have a wedding portfolio, or food and don't have a food portfolio, or a specific type of food photography for the client that you're going after. That's okay. You have the opportunity to create that portfolio. Create 10 to 15 strong images. Now, don't just accept the first 15 images you create for that portfolio. You're probably gonna have to create a lot more than 15 ideas or concepts, and you'll have to narrow it down to the very best before you show it to your prospect. A portfolio for your ultimate client. Great idea. The next secret has to do with communication. The fact is, if you communicate well, the chances are greater that people will refer you because they feel comfortable. You communicated well with them. They weren't left hanging or even wondering. If you think about how you can create a great experience with your clients with good communication, you're going to be ahead of a lot of photographers. Let people know what it's like to work with you ahead of time, and always follow up. Follow up regularly. Make sure they understand each step that they're facing along the way. Make sure they have everything they need. Make sure all their questions are answered. Make working with you a seamless, easy, non-mysterious experience. One big key is to not confuse people. Don't confuse them. As promised, here's the next video on how to grow your photography business fast.